The issue that I ran into is when I have my type tool selected and I just select on my screen and copy and paste the text in. So I'm copying it from off screen and then I'm just pasting it in here using Control C, Control V. It fits pretty awkwardly. And you'll notice that the text box is gigantic and super long and impossible for me to control. I mean, it's not even going in the right direction. So something is off. And this turns out to be a pretty easy thing to fix. And it may be pretty obvious to the experienced Premiere user, but it was something I hadn't dealt with yet, so I didn't know. So I can't make this work like it is. I need to actually just delete it and start fresh. When you have a lot of text or text that you want control over, it's a good idea to create a text box. So how do you do that? Well, you're still going to use your type tool. So I have that selected and I'm going to go to where I want this text to be. So I want my text to fill up the entire screen. So I'm going to draw my box to fill up the whole screen. And I need to start in one corner. And the key here is to hold down your left mouse button as you drag. So I'm going to drag out a text box while holding down that left mouse button to create the area that I want everything to fit into. So right now I am holding down my left mouse button and pulling out and creating this nice red box here. That will be our text box. And I want it to cover basically everything. If you don't get it perfect, that's not a big deal. You can change the text box shape and everything about it later. So don't worry about that. Now you can see I've got a nice little red box here, or big red box, I should say. And there's a cursor at the top corner where my text will start. So now if I just from off screen copy and then on screen Control V to paste it, it's covering more of the landscape that I want. However, I have so much text here that I'm going to need to scale it down a little bit in order for it to fit better. So I'm going to just click outside of my clip, click back into it to make sure that everything is selected. I'm going to go into my effect controls, drop down this little text button here. So expand that. And now I can change the font size together and I'm going to really scale it down. There is so much text. Like I said, it's supposed to look dramatic like this. So somewhere in there is the end. Actually, finding the end isn't totally important. It's more that it just looks like a lot of text, which is perfect. This is what it should look like.